That's right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Predito, Yasmin, and Ricardo come with us. So today you talk about the back to the 80s and 90s. All right, it's a nostalgic moment. You talk more about the specific devices. All right, and I think here in the last immersion about this topic, we talk more about the suite, a different suite. I don't know if here in English or in French, but let's go to start this conversation, all right? I'm not a teacher here, I'm a host and to guide this conversation, all right? This platform is so nice, it's a security place to practice English, French, Spanish, Italian, Mandarin, and German. What else? I'm here since 2022. I'm Bruno, I live in Brasilia. The weather today is very hot and dry. And more about me. I'm graduating physical therapy and physical education. I work in the public service, but I want to change this because I want to return in my professional, that's a physical and specific physical therapy, because I understand it's so nice for me and I miss this area. All right, that's it about me. Pedrito, please introduce yourself.
So, my name is Pedrito Souza. I am 36 years old. I live in Santa Maria, Rio Grande do Sul, born and raised here. I'm married. I have a daughter. She is 9 years old, and we have two cats. In my free time, I like to enjoy with my family, go to a park or a club, and play some games with my daughter. I'm a DevOps engineer. I'm a IT guy for 17 years. And I'm here in Tommy Talk since June this year to improve my speaking English.
Great. Sorry, how old are you?
36 years old.
Right, six. All right. Yasmin, please, your turn.
Sure. I'm Yasmin. I'm 19 years old. I live at São Paulo capital with my parents and my cat. Nowadays, I'm cursing systems analysis and development. I work as a development internship. And in my free time, I like to read books, watch series, watch movies too.
All right, great, Yasmin. Welcome again. So let's go start to talk about back to the 80s and 90s. For you, Yasmin, when someone mentions a cassette tape, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Do you remember this, the cassette tape?
I'm very young, but so I didn't use it in the past. But I know what is something that people use it to record musics on it, listen musics too. I think I never see it in a physical way. I just saw in movies or series something like that because I didn't have this kind of contact. I think my first contact with devices to record and reproduce music was with MP3 and things in more recently. I never used a cassette tape.
All right, I can imagine this, no? And you, Pedrito, I think you know this, no?
Yeah, yeah. And I have a cassette player, but they don't work anymore. And yeah, I had so too many cassette tapes in my uh, when I was young, and uh, I had a recording. So uh, when I listen, for example, music, uh, and I like, we we had to put and recording that to listen again. It's
Yeah,
so nice in our when we were as younger.
yeah. So nice. Yeah. When someone mentioned this, the cassette tape, oh my gosh, the first thing that come in my mind is the pen. I have a pen and you put in the gap and you needed to rewarding all the time this because we did this to avoid to wasting battery the battery, no, because I use the Walkman, and it's
Yeah.
impossible to waste in battery to do this the rewarding. It's terrible, no, but it's okay. Oh my gosh,
With
it's a
a
nice.
big pen is easy.
Yes, that's it. And lá do the sides the A and side B. And today you have the CD, no? The
Yeah.
future AB, the cassette tape. I remember this, the meme. The cassette tape, you have side A and side B. And the future, you have the CD. Oh, yeah, it makes sense, no? So nice.
Yeah.
For you, Pedrito, for example, Yasmin don't remember this and don't have this experience the recording song from the radio. Do you have a problem with this? Did you have a problem with this?
Sometimes we missing the first time of the music, and we had to pay attention in the radio station to until the music we can start we can record and starting to put recording to start recording at the first time.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah, and uh, I don't have more the tapes, but I had too many tapes recording and recorded tapes and with good musics.
exactly. But the problem, I had a lot of problem with this. You needed to first you pay attention when the song started, no? And at the same moment you play, you put the setup to the stereo when the music started, and the problem is the announcer say something in the moment that the song play. For example, the radio jingle, for example. Come on, the radio is beautiful, something like this. It's a specific jingle, radio jingle. It's terrible. It's como estragava a música. But I remember like this nostalgic moment, you know. And we had a specific cassette tape, no, to it's possible to record. It's not all cassette tape. It's possible to record, no. You have a
Yeah.
specific. So nice. And Yasmin, don't you remember this moment, you know, the record the song and the radio?
No, I think
No.
I never did this
All right.
in my life, but I can imagine how challenging it was because I imagine that there isn't a site or a specific way to do it, like wait for the moment that the music will pass in the television or in the radio and put to record. And if the quality of sound just be low, the will be more challenging to record again. So I can't even imagine how this was difficult for you.
Yeah, do bring a specific think about the quality. Yeah, the sound does not have the great quality, but it's okay, era o que a gente tinha. And about
And
the, go ahead.
in that time had a special radio for kids with a microphone and they can record and or a radio station or your voices and singing. I had one is a colored one is a red and yellow and blue, I think.
Red and
And
blue, I remember.
yeah, and we can record our voices and singing, and it's so fun in that time.
Exactly. I remember this recording. So nice.
It's
Great.
just the company released again this, but it's a digital type and is not so good when this was, but this uh, was released again.
Yeah. It's interesting with this that you bring for us because uh, when the past something like this, the recorded is interesting for the children, no? But now if you want even if you change it for no, in the past it's so rude, and now you change a lot with the technology, but it's not the same. It's não é igual. It's different, no? Because the interesting for the children, it's changed too. It's interesting
Yeah.
those. Let's go. The next questions is about the VHS. Yasmin, did you remember video rental story? For example, Blockbuster, and the rereading. And what memories do those words bring back for you? Did you remember the Blockbuster?
Yeah, this epoch, I got this epoch, and I remember in the locale that I lived, a neighborhood of mine work in these places that we can rent movies, and I remember I went there and pay to rent a lot of movies, but was a short time because after I think a few years or a few months, I started to search video streamings on internet. So the rent of movies just get down and starts to close. So I can remember just a few times when I was really, really kid and I go there, choose the movies, and the place was really nice to real see the posters, the images of a lot of movies, and really choose it. I don't know, is a total physical way and totally different from nowadays, because nowadays if you want some movie, you go there in a streaming app, start to watch it, and if you don't want anymore, you just change of movie. But in the past, if you rent a movie and you didn't like it, you will watch until the end, because you go there to pay to watch. And if you just if you just don't want anymore, it's like you waste your money for nothing. So in the past, I think I watched all the movies that I started until the end. Even if the movie isn't so good, I watch this.
Exactly. That's it. And you, Pedrito, tell me about the video rental story.
Yeah, I remember if you not rewind the tape, you can pay a tax for it.
Exactly. It's terrible.
Yeah, and big movies like uh, Titanic and others, we had two tapes to see, and so nice the experience. It's so different than now.
Uh, do you think it's today is better than the past? Because in the past, for example, when you go when you went to the video rental store, for example, it's a pastime, no? It's a great moment to show, it's specific to put, to read. It's different that's today. Do you think, do you prefer much more today that you have the extreme?
Nowadays, we have this necessity to all things is too easy or too instantaneously, and uh, in other time in that time in VHS, for example, you have more the nostalgic and read the synopsis about the movie and I don't know, it's different than now, but in a good way, like the discs, physical discs. I think is some rock bands, for example, can release again uh, yet a physical discs, not a digital, uh, because this kind of stuff uh, bring us some different thoughts and different things.
Yeah,
It's good.
great. And you, Yasmin, what streaming service do you use nowadays for watch a movie or the series, for example?
I think I use it mainly Disney Plus, Prime Video, I think. Sometimes Star Plus too, but it's hard because there are a lot of things that I mostly watch it at Disney Plus and Prime Video. And HBO too, because I really like the documental series of HBO. So it's a good streaming, and all of the things there have good quality. Netflix, I didn't sign this because I think is a lot of money to pay, and there are a lot of movies that isn't so good comparing with the other streamings.
Right, great. I here in my house I use the Prime. I think it's Prime and Netflix because my husband loved the Netflix. We have many other older, I don't know if older movies, no, in the Netflix. I think it's better. And you, Pedrito, do you have a specific streaming service that do you use?
Is basically as Netflix and HBO and Prime Video too.
All right, great. So, and about the video game, Pedrito, which video game did you play more in the 80s and or 90s? Atari, or Super Nintendo, or you don't like the video games?
Yeah, in that time I play a lot Super Nintendo, and I had friends which had this video game, and we always in the weekends we just go in a house, in a friend's house, and play all day.
And the game that you like, for example, I love it, but I think it's the Atari. Maybe in the Super Nintendo you had the Pac-Man, the Come. So I love this. Oh my gosh. And the other, the airplane, but I don't know, I don't remember the specific name that the airplane game that you needed você atirava e precisava se recarregar, passava em cima dos negocinhos, clic, 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 tava se carregando a navezinha. I remember that, but
Something
I think it's
Ace,
in
I think.
Atari.
Yeah. I remember in Super Nintendo, it's Aladdin, for example, Super Mario Bros.
Alex
Uh,
Kidd, or no?
yeah, The Mask. It's a game, a nice game too, and Prince of Persia. Yeah, I remember that now.
All right. And today, do you have a video game and play or no?
I hadn't today, but I could buy in some case.
All right, great. And Yasmin, do you remember of this? Do you have usually the video games or no?
Sure, my dad likes video games. So when I was really small, I remember we had a Super Nintendo here, and I really like to play Donkey Kong. I think was my favorite game of Super Nintendo. We still have this video game, but it doesn't work anymore. I still keeping it with me because I have the hope one day I will go to the to concert this because it's like I don't know how it's relíquia in English, but it's something like a relíquia here, and I think was the oldest video game that I have at my home.
Right. It's very interesting this the video game. It's like the number, continue the number. Let me see. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I put 11 maybe. Ah, if you could play a Atari game now, which one would you choose and why? Do you think it's the question, the last question is more interesting. Do you think it would be as fun as it was back then? Do you believe that's this or Pedrito? For example, today you have the PlayStation 5, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's evolution, no? And if you play now the Atari, it's as fun as is the back or no?
Yeah, it's a nostalgic way to remember that time, and some games is totally different than now, and is more simple, but is a nostalgic, I think, and is a different thing to do just to remember that time and the game if
Exactly.
you play it too much in that time.
Yeah. Sometimes here in Brazil, we have an event with this, no, bring a different moment to the video game, the story, the video game, for example, it's amazing. But when I took my sons with this event, for example, oh, it's hard to play with this because the graphic is not so good because it's impossible to see this. So for this for the teenager today, it's a bad, you know. But for us that played in the past, it's amazing. Like you said, the nostalgia.
And the television, I think, is different. The technology the about the television now is too much size, and the old video games in that TVs is not so good. Have You have to be to get old televisions to play to have the same nostalgic.
Exactly. You said about the television, for example, in the past, the television about I don't know how do you say this, 29 polegadas. So, it's so big, you know, it's not only the screen, but the profundidade, so the tubo, the imagine.
Yeah.
So it's very big. Oh my gosh, when it's impossible today, you can imagine for today you have the television for 68 polegadas, 68 polegadas, 70, 70. Oh my gosh, you can imagine the big, how big it was in the past, o tamanho que poderia ser no passado? It's difficult, no? Can imagine this.
Yeah.
Tell me, Yasmin, about this. You can imagine the last question. All right, don't worry. So let's go the number 5. Do you remember using the rotary dial phone? How was it waiting to talk to your friend on the phone? I remember I used this in my grandma's house. She had this rotary dial phone. My grandmother's house had this. My house, I think it's no, it's not common. It's a bottle, only this. But interesting because, for example, in the past, you don't have it's not used to talk with your friend in the telephone, no? It's not used. Probably, yeah, because it's expensive. Use the telephone in the past. It's not easy
Is
like today.
At that time, the private phone is so expensive, too expensive. And I remember that the rotary dial phone in a public phones, orelhão, uh, and the sounds they took just hotter the number and just routing again, routing back, just take a sound for each number, and is more uh, is I don't know how to say this, but is different. It's not nostalgic, just
Yeah.
nostalgic.
In this moment you had the you always have the patience, no? Because when
Yeah,
you, like you said, can you imagine the number 9 and you put your finger in the gap and the rotary and the can you needed to wait for the return, like you said.
yeah,
And if you wrong the number and you can repeat it all again. So
again,
stop. It's terrible.
and
Today, go ahead.
just recording the number, all numbers, friends' numbers are or other numbers in your mind or in notes.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
today, it's impossible. I can't remember. I remember only the number, my husband's number, the telephone, my husband's telephone, because I don't know, it's an emergency number, no, for me.
it's
It's
important. Yeah,
yeah, it's the similar for my number. But in the past, I know all telephone for my uncle, my aunt, for example, my grandmother, for example. My mother said for me, call for your grandma because I wanted to say something with her, for example. Yes, I can call. But today, I don't remember any number. It's terrible. It's not so
yeah.
good, no? And you, Yasmin, tell me about the number 5, the rotary dial phone. Did you remember? Do you
I
remember
think
with
it's
this
that
phone?
telephone that you have to
Yes,
uh
exactly.
Oh, I think I never had this kind of phone at my home, but I think I used it one time, but very very long time ago, and was really bad because if you made a mistake with one number, I don't know how we can correct that. I think it was very very challenging to do.
Yes.
But
It's the pay phone. But did you use the past the pay phone? Public phone?
yeah, I had the card, you know, the that card
Yeah,
that we have to use to call to the others. I use it sometimes, and I remember I still have a small notebook, like an agenda with a lot of phones because if I really need this. to call to somebody that I didn't recover the number. I always keep this agenda with me because I don't know if an emergency occur, I will need this. I remember my mom made me to recover a lot of mainly phones, for example, her phone, my home's phone, my dad's phone too. But I don't know, it was hard to recover all of them, so I always keep this notebook with me.
All right. But I remember before that cards, no, you use the coins. You put the coins and the
Mm.
so it's very interesting. Did you remember, Pedrito, this time that the payphone,
Yeah,
public phone?
the coins and the ficha.
Exactly. How do you say this?
Yeah,
I can imagine. No,
I remember. And if you not sign off, it's uh, just the call is dropped. The machine can uh, uh,
return for you.
return some coins. Yeah,
Great. And the when you use the card, like Yasmin said, it's nice because you pay for 50, for example, a big card, no, 50 units, for example, and you use it, but you look, oh my gosh, I have only 40, for 39, 30, it's faster, no? I understand more
yeah.
faster than when you use the, I don't know, coin or I search here in the internet, phone token. I don't know if it's correct, the phone token. Ficha para telefone, like
I
this.
I had a big collection about these cards.
Yes,
It's
great.
about 2,000 cards, I think, and I sell it.
Yes. In the past, you had, everyone had different collections, like you said, the card, the phone, the pay phone, and the stamp, the
Yeah,
selo, and for the woman, for the guys, the girls, for example, it's very common how do you say this in English? Papel de carta, papers, papers, something like this, and it's different. So
yeah.
did you see or listen about this, Yasmin? Letters paper? No? All right. So let's go the number 7. The number 7. Did you use the Polaroid to take photos? And tell us the story of a special photo you took with it. But today you have no a different brand. No, it's not Polaroid because I understand the Polaroid finished the brand. But it's common today when I go at the party, for example, it's possible to take photo and receive the photo in the same moment, no? Like the Polaroid. But in the past, did you use the Polaroid, Yasmin? Did you know what is this? Yeah.
Yeah, it's that kind of camera that you pick a picture and after that is printed the image. I never used that, but I already see and it's really nice. But if you take a wrong picture or a bad picture, there's no back, you have to uh, pick another. And I remember the first camera that I have at my home was a digital camera of Kodak. So it's a small camera and big pictures on it. And for the time, it was a really good thing because it was very different. It was like a good present that my mom received. And we take a lot of pictures with them. And I remember this camera had a card on it, and a disc card, and we want to print the photos, for example, we take a good photo and want to print it, we have to take this card and go to a store, give this card to the storeman, and then he will print the photo. So this is really nostalgic.
Yeah, but interesting because when you receive this photo, this printer, it's terrible because you look at this and I'm the ready eyes. It's oh my God, it's not so good. You
All of them. It's
yes,
like everyone is a vampire. It's more common people get red eyes on the photos than the normal eyes, you know. When I
Blinking.
saw
Yeah.
some picture with someone without red eyes, I was like, oh my God, how did he get it? Because it's crazy. I don't know why this happened.
exactly. Go ahead, Pedrito. And you, do you remember
Yeah,
Polaroid?
red eyes or blinked is terrible. The photos. I remember about the Polaroid. I hadn't this, but I have a photo. Uh, uh, those guys just walk into neighbor and ask if you have if you take a photo and he sell this and I have a photo in a little horse when I was young.
So it's amazing, because today it's completely different, You take any photos that you want, and it's possible you delete, you change, you modify, you use the Photoshop, Photoshop. So come on, it's completely different. You don't have a problem with red or fiery eyes, no. It's amazing. And
The AI to remove an object.
and you remove the other people. If you don't like these
Yeah,
people, the person close to you, it's possible to remove, no?
choose
So
the background. Choose the background.
exactly.
It's
So
so easy now.
exactly, it's amazing today, no? I love it because in the past I had a big problem with this because it's expensive to buy the film with the specific quantity of the exposure that's possible to take photo. If you want to take a 39, 36, no, 36 photo, it's expensive, and if you want to print or develop this photo, it's expensive too. Like today we don't have this. I don't develop my photo. I don't know if you, Pedrito and ESB, but I don't have this customers. It's I'm only having my cell phone on the Google Drive, only this. And
Yeah,
you,
me
Pedrito,
too.
do you develop the photo or no? To develop,
No,
print the photo, no?
I just save in a hard drive and see and in the cloud, in Google Cloud, for example, to this they have I don't know, like a AI can develop some takes and some mix of photos about in a year or 2 years or 5 years, and it's nice to remember
Mhm.
that app.
Exactly.
That app.
But but if you have a problem in the future about the cloud, oh my gosh, you lose all
Yeah.
things, no? A big problem.
Yeah,
For me,
I
I'm
had
a
I have a backup in a hard drive. It's not into a cloud.
on cloud. All right, great. And you, Yasmin, do you usually saving photo only the drive or no the cloud, or you try to develop a print the photo?
For me, I had some photos. I'm a person that didn't like to take so much photos. So the photos that I take, I keep it at a hard drive and put on the cloud too. But print, I think, is impossible nowadays because it's really expensive to print the photos that I take. So I just print if it's a real special photo and I want to keep this at my decoration, but it's really rarely for me.
All right. I agree with you. Let's go the number 10. Well, I think we'll talk about the number 8, a Walkman, the stream today, and the 10, typewriter. Typewriter. It's the very faster. It's faster. Typewriter. Have you ever used one, Yasmin? No, only the
No,
computer.
but people on my family have this curse of a typewriter. But I never tried this. I think at my time, at my home, we already have computers and that. So this wasn't used anymore when I born.
Yes. In the past, of course, I took a typing course. It's very important. The past is very important. But I after this, I do the typing in computer, so it's better, of course, because and especially when I needed to delete something, no, you wrong, you mistake, and so you have a problem, a big problem when you use the typewriter. It's because the space and the inter the letters, it's so bigger if you compare the computer, no? Sometimes you put the finger between the letters, and it's a problem because on the same moment you type two letters. So, oh my gosh. And if you wrong, if you commit errors, you need to start it all again. So it's terrible. And you, Pedrito, have you ever used the typewriter? Typewriter?
No, in my time is in a transition time about this. But I know I saw this and I'm I'm take something a course something like this, but to a computer and in a course had in Windows 2000, I think, had a course in there to write in fastly.
Yeah. Especially, como que eles falam? Interativo, né? Já Windows it's more interactive because when I started, oh my gosh, I can imagine I'm very older person, no, but I'm 42 years old. So, but when I start the course in the computer, you use DOS. Do you know DOS? A black screen,
Yeah.
and you needed to type all the code. So it's not easy at the moment. I hate the computer at the moment. No, I don't want. And my brother loved the computer. That's why he worked in the IT area. So, but no, it's not for me. It's very confusing in the past, this black screen, and you needed to type all the things, like the development, the area, the IT today, no? Área de desenvolvimento, you need to type all the things, the código, no?
In my time, when I was young, my school had this course, but I don't take it. It's I choose.
All right, great. So let's go the number 12, because you said we talk about the Walkman, and after the Walkman you had the Discman, no? Because it's
Yeah.
possible to use the CD. Oh my gosh, it's so nice because you now, this moment, it's not necessary to rewilding. So it's amazing. But you have a big problem, no? Because if you use it for and want to run, for example, it's impossible to listen the music, you know? Or
It's
what is,
freezing or jumping. Yeah, it's terrible.
I
It
don't
was
know
terrible.
what is better. I don't know in the moment what is better. You put the Walkman or you use the Discman, no? Because
Yeah.
it's impossible to listen the
After
music.
that, they released it with some kind of new technology to like a I don't know, a gel to uh, not pull the string, but it's not works so easy.
Exactly.
It's different, but it was good in that time, and I had one too. After my Walkman, I had a Discman, and they they had a radio too, a radio station, and it was nice.
Exactly. So nice. I loved it. I had Discman too. It's amazing. But I prefer much more use it when I'm at the home, because when I go at the gym or use it when I walk at the street, for example, you need to secure it, to hold it together with you, and because jump, like you said, jump all the time, it's not nice.
And
Yasmin, did you
after af, after the computer speakers, I can put the speaker of the computer in my Discman to to listen. It's
yeah,
unless the headphone.
exactly. And you, Yasmin, did you remember the Discman? Did you use it or no?
I think I never used it, but I can't even imagine how was bad because if you try to walk with that, you have to put on like your in your pants, no? I think this was a way to keep this with you, and I can't even imagine how difficult it was to walk with that and with phones too. I don't know, this appear be really difficult at the first, at the beginning.
Exactly. You said that you remember the MP3? Yes?
Yeah,
The,
but I think it was more small, so it was really small, was
yeah,
in
like a
that
pen drive,
type.
no?
Yeah, and the phones too wasn't a headphone. I think with maybe with Discman was headphones. I didn't remember that, but with MP3 was a small phone, like we have today, and was really small, so I can put this on my bag and be okay with that because this didn't is not difficult to walk with that, and to hold on my hand too is easy.
Yeah. But in the past, it's very common use it. It's like the same today, no? It's possible to use a small phone, but today it's very common. Everyone use a big phone headset, a big phone, because the sound is better, no? It's the comfortable too. Because if you use it all the time, they put it in the ear, winner, I don't know, it's better, it's complicated. I had a problem with this. No, when you use this, it's possible to have air into the sound, and the sound is better. Então, você tem um A e também a proteção da orelha. It's different, no? It's
Yeah,
better
I
today,
agree
of
with
course.
you.
But it's so
I
big. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I agree with you. I prefer to use headset at my home when I work or I'm listening to music on phones. I prefer to use headset, but when I am in the street, I use just the Bluetooth intra phone because I don't know, I don't have the courage enough to use big phones on the street. I don't know. I have big afraid to be assaulted. So I just use the smallest phone that I can at the moment. For example, at the gym, I cannot use the big phones. I don't know if I'm doing an exercise that I have to be I don't know how is I forgot how is deitado, but if I am doing an exercise deitado and I put a big phone, it's like my phone is going to the floor. So I prefer to use the small phones at the gym too.
Yes, don't pay attention for the other person, no? Chamar a atenção das outras pessoas, too. In this, I think in the 2 months ago, I saw a specific girl that she used the different headset, a different phone, and we have the, how do you say this? A orelha de
Years, I think.
here.
Years, huh?
Oh my gosh, but it's not so good. But okay, she likes this, okay, but oh my gosh, no, I don't want. I don't like this. I prefer, like you said, a small if I want to go at the gym. But here in my house, I prefer to use this because it's more comfortable, no? It is. And you, Pedrito, do you use today the a big like a big set, but big phone to go at the gym? No, no.
No,
You
at the
said
gym,
that you
no.
go.
Just
No? Go ahead.
I just use earphones at the gym or outside. Just the headphone just at home.
All right, great. So, people, I think I will finish the questions. Maybe let me see. About the letters on paper. Um, yes, in the past, it's very common, no? Do you receive letters on paper? It's very common for me. And especially today, you receive a telegram.
From
If you
relatives, yeah.
Yeah, and Telegram, when we are for birthday, for example, my godmother all the time send me Telegram to congratulate me. It's something like this. And you, Pedrito, in the past, did you receive
In the
a lot
past,
of
yeah,
letters? Today, it's
yeah, and in some dates like Father's Day or something at school, we write a letter and send by mail. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. And you, Yasmin, did you write a letters on paper for your father, like Pedrito said?
I think at the beginning of elementary school, I had this experience to write letters on special dates. I think we had this, but
Oh.
was just on the beginning of my school. After that, I think this kind of works just over.
Yeah, it's no more. So thank you so much for your time and thank you for this experience, a nostalgic moment. All right. And see you soon in the next Monday. All right. See you soon. Thank you. Bye,
Okay, bye.
Pedrito.